What's up, nerds? Another tech deck. This time we're going for Druid, Lethal Splash. You'll see why I chose that name in a minute. So, most of them are lethal. We got Viper, Far East Assassin with Poisonous Dagger in there. The splash is that the other minions typically deal damage when they come into play, die, they do some kind of damage. So we got Pit Viper, lethal. Scorpions, lethal. Let's find the other ones. The Questing Beast is lethal. And then this is a kill card. But we got Poisonous Dagger. It synergizes with both the Dragonettes, I don't know, Dragonites, and Far East Assassin. The splash damage cards are the Sacred Scarab. We have Infernal Legion, Ancient Dragon, and I guess if you want to consider this splash damage more like splash murder in the deck. I think this is going to be an interesting deck. We put Jihad in the deck to be able to cast Ancient Dragon on the other side. Also, and then like we have Cerberus to protect, and I'll go when we get into the magic, I'll explain why this is better. We got LeFay for card draw, Pookie for discard. I enjoy this card. Every card has an effect either to just fuck over the opponent, right, or to help us out. There's no vanilla card in the entire deck here. So this card to me is a great surprise card, right? For 6 mana, we can play Tactical Move and this card. And it allows us to, Tactical Move allows us to position ourselves, get into a spot to where we can deal upwards of, some of them are going to do 4, some of them are going to do 5, and then some other creatures will do even more than that. But Tactical Move also allows us to position our Legion by something. It allows us to get Questing Beast to move 4 steps in one turn, which is kind of bananas, right? He's just equipped like that. And allows us, Tactical Move allows us to move our death rights into a position where they're actually effective instead of getting hit by a spell. It also allows us to move our Far East Assassin to position to throw a dagger, or our Dragonettes to do its projectile, and it allows us to get our venomous creatures into position to get on top, because with this many lethals out on the board, they're going to try to evade you. So this allows us to get closer. Mad Dash is in here for an additional card draw, but also allows us to position one thing better. Morgan's in here for card draw. Disintegrate is just a good kill spell. So I decided, and since the deck is mostly fire in general, Disintegrate is a good choice. Infiltrate, we can run their creature into our venomous. We can move their creature into Infernal Legion's path, or we can just remove the threat and just have it sit there and not give a damn. Pact with the Devil, I put this in here for card draw. With the combination of Drums of Doom and Druid being flipped over, unless we're fighting someone that deals with spells, you basically don't have to really fear the fact of a creature running up on you. So this would I would use Morgan, draw the 3 cards, use the 3 cards she uses, and then sacrifice her to get an additional 3 cards, or I would gladly take the half health to half my life. Poison Nova is self-explanatory. LeFay is stealth, so you can just walk her in. You can Tactical Move to get her in there, and blow them away with that. Yeah, tactical move. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm fucking obsessed with this card. It just so important to be able to position that way freely without tapping. Moving up to 2 squares is bananas. So we'll go over to auras. We already talked about Jihad allowing us to basically cast the entire deck, but questing beast on the opposite side of the board if needed. And then we have all 3 of the land destruction spells in here. I limited this to 2. I can't remember what I pulled out to make it fit, but yeah. You really don't need an explanation on why killing lands is good, right? Limiting their way of being able to cast mana and your creatures are all huge threats. It puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. So we got Drums of Doom, of course. When Druid is flipped, if anything walks close to you, it insta-kills it. And I mean, there's no way around that. You really have to use range. You can get a bird creature underneath, but you'd have to get them actually underneath the avatar to then surface and then be able to attack. It's just kind of really strong, and I feel like I had to include it. We can go over to the sites now. And I ended up putting plenty of deserts in here, not only because we're red, but if the possibility arises that they get close to us or we move aggressively with our druid, because tactical move allows you to move your druid, it's an ally. You can run up on them, then you can place a site and ping someone nearby with the desert, triggering Drums of Doom. So you're killing people with lands. That feels pretty good to me. You got the double tries. Earth isn't in here, but fire and water, we want that. This, and then the try lighthouse. I keep going back and forth with myself on this one. Questing beast does require 2, and that's basically why it's in here. We only need 1 air threshold to pop off for tactical move to actually work. So, you know, Mirror Realm is essentially only in here because we're good on fire, right? I believe it's like 27 of the cards, 27 of the cards include a fire threshold. So it's basically to help us with water, right? We would either copy Joyous Grande or the other Triland to be able to get our double water and be able to pay Casting Beast. Runes, self-explanatory. If I get runes on the first turn or anything like that, tactical move is active. But yeah, I don't think there. We also have the kill spell. I mean, you got to. When you're running red, I don't see the reason not to have this. It's great if you ever end up on the back foot. Poisonous Well, I think, is an extremely strong card. You can get up to several damage, like maximum, which is unlikely to happen because they would have to divide their land bridge into 2 separate deals going. It'd be odd for them to do that, but getting a maximum of like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could possibly get like 7 off if you built directly into them. That's never going to happen. But getting like a good 3 ping or just 2 health for casting a land is perfectly good in my opinion. Since there are not too many, I believe LaFay is the only actual spellcaster besides our avatar in the deck. We want River of Flame to be able to cast that Poison Nova or that Disintegrate, get it close by to use it properly. I believe that goes over the entire deck. You know, back when I read this Ancient Dragon card, the fact that it didn't like occur to me because like not super familiar with the rules, but now that I've played several games and read through the rule book, and people online are telling me what's up. Dealing 4 damage to every fucking target around him, 9 square area, is kind of bananas. And with the combination of Jihad, it is 9 mana, but we can get there. You know what I mean? It's not impossible to reach that point. So it's pretty nuts. And then being able to just play anything with Jihad is pretty nuts. I think I originally had Charge in the deck, but I figured with Tactical Move and Mad Dash, having them off to the side and then moving in is just fine. But yeah, that's the my Druid deck. It is a very splashy, lethal deck. If you want to play it, the link will be in the description. I'll take it off private when I post the video. Let me know what you think. If you do play it, I would love to hear what worked, what didn't work, because you know, if 20 people play the deck, that's 20 games per game per person playing it, and if they play the game 5 times with it, that's 100 sample size, which would take me forever alone to play. So I would love to hear your feedback, what numbers you might adjust, because you know, it's possible you don't need 4 scorpions. You know what I'm saying? It's possible you don't want 2 aged dragons. You might only just need the 1. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, like, do all the jazz, share it to your friends, play the deck, beat someone's face in, tell me how you murked the shit out of your friend. I'd love to hear that kind of stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed.